Okay, there we go. So, welcome. Master Naima here, CEO and founder here at Melanin Sovereignty, where we are dedicated to showing melanin transformational leaders who are mission driven how to highly monetize their high spiritual work and truly lead with their generationally impactful company. And I am, ooh, gosh, there's just so much all the time. And so there's a job here for me. So I shared yesterday about me sculpting my body, and I'd like to invite you to the next step for you. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to invite you into the next step for you. Your next level of visibility, your next level of power, your next level of leadership. Because, because it's right, that's where we're going. But also because, the Black way, you know, there's a reverence and a responsibility to being born in a body that's wrapped in this rich melanin. It's such a responsibility that from what I can see, most people don't get. I didn't even get once upon a time. And it's been in me and in my spirit for years. And so I come to you seeing you very reverently, while still recognizing that you are human, that you still have your flaws and things that you have your own insecurities about. And I'm aware that some people feel like they gotta get themselves together before they come and work with me in Melanin Sovereignty, how there's this placing me on a pedestal. Please don't do that. There's this because you're watching me and you see and you feel and you just know, right, that there's a power here, that there are standards here. And I'm also aware that when one is developing and one is growing and one is coming into their next level, that it's necessary for them to be in relationship with folks who are at advancing levels. And so I'd like to share with you, something I'm so excited about, and it reminds me of the way I launched myself back into the industry in 2014 after I came out of a deep, deep, dark depression. I'm so grateful right now. I'm so grateful. And I will continue to share too with you how you can sculpt your body. I'll continue to share with you how you can sculpt your body. I think I'm going to be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific. So I shared that on Wednesday, that I'm going to be here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific. So I'm also looking at the feedback I'm getting, the DMs I'm getting, and doing like this back and forth in the communication I'm having with you guys, and not just, operating in a vacuum. So this is what you have an opportunity to do. Is to process with me. Process. Okay, really take this in. Process with me. So, for example, I got my hair done earlier this week. I think it was Tuesday. And my stylist and I were talking about sugar. Okay? And she struggles with sugar. And, she was sharing her personal things about sugar and what she's done and what has worked, what hasn't worked. And it was a real woman talk, right? It was grown, and it was very real about both of our challenges with sugar. And, right? You guys know that experience with your hairstylist, or for men with their barbers. Well, I don't know how deep men go, depending on how deep you and your barber go, right? But the result of that conversation, and this is what I'm here for to share with you, the result of that conversation really helped me. So this is something I was already dealing with in my own mind. Like, I'm going to really break this sugar thing, and then this, and then, how do I really have that be a lifestyle, and what am I going to do with the in-between? Like, all the in my head stuff, right? So think about this for yourself. You know that it's time for you to become more visible on camera, right? You have a pretty good idea of the how-to, right? You just know it's time, right? Like, maybe you feel lethargic or tired because of just the density of our current events. maybe you've just, you've been grappling with a kind of fear for a long time. You're aware that the leadership that's required of you is going to require such pristine energy and such true authenticity, and right, you're aware that there's a fullness, that there's a richness, that there's a power that's going to be required of you. And the only thing that's getting in the way is you, right? The only thing that's getting in the way is how you're thinking in your private thoughts alone, just you, right? And there's like the conscious thoughts you have, and then the unconscious thoughts you have about, well, what about this? And I'm tired, and I don't know if I can do it now, and maybe next year, and nobody is listening, right? All that, right? The chatter, right, just goes and goes and goes, and you get nowhere. And then before you know it, like, let's say you've been doing this all year for 6, 7, 8, 9 years, right? And you realize, God damn, I'm a year older. God damn, God damn, I didn't make this much money. God damn, I'm lollygagging. God damn, I could have done better. Right. Oh, God. And I'm telling you, what will move the needle for a lot of you guys is just an opportunity to process, verbally process, right? An opportunity to be with someone, in this instance, me, who is skilled. Hello? Who is skilled in moving through dense matters, who is skilled in moving through the mental chatter, who is skilled in carrying leaders through the gauntlet of humanity into a higher place. And then coming in, allowing yourself to come in flawed and not knowing all the answers and looking for support, right? And letting that be okay. There's this thing that I'm sensing from women who are following me. They're not saying it, but I'm sensing it in the language that they're using it. And it's something like, I'm getting there, or I'll see you soon, or like there's like this, the mentality of people who are like, I'm going to lose some weight and then I'll go to the gym, right? I'm going to lose, right? So there's like almost like trying to make sure you're presentable and you look good enough to fit in with the gym people. And similarly here, it's like somehow you think you got to like have it together and impress me on some level for you to lean in closer and DM me and say, I'd love to work with you, or how do I work with you, or to just connect, okay? So this is the processing opportunity you have. This is so wonderful. So this was, the first time I had this experience was in 2014, and it was really a download. Like, God was speaking. I was ready to come out, and I was like, okay, God, so how? Show me, right? And this download came to just DM women who I knew on the internet and be like, hey, you want to get on the phone and talk about womanhood and motherhood and entrepreneurship and sex and love and failure and shame and healing, and right? And I did that. And I DM'd just women I knew and women who I didn't know. And I'm telling you, within like a week, I had my calendar booked out from January through March for, I think, every Sunday, something like that. But it was like I was booked out from January to March with women who wanted to talk about these varieties of things that were on their heart, that was going on in their business, going on with their body, going on in their relationships, and all the things that you touch. Because your business is not separate from you and your life. If you got something going on with your body, it's going to affect your business. You got something going on with your kids, it's going to affect your business. You got something going on with your man, it's possible it's going to affect your business. You got something going on with thoughts and shame and history, right? And then thoughts about future things, right? How are you going to lead, and what is this going to be like, and processing just all the thoughts of it all. And I remember on the very first one, part of the story that I didn't share is on the very first one, I thought it was a one-time thing. I was like, great, we're going to do this one-time thing, wonderful. And I thought it was going to be like an hour. And I remember I recorded it, and it ended up being over 2 hours. And when I tell you we cried, when I tell you the level of trembling, you ever told such a deep, transformative truth that changed you, that you were like kind of trembling as you were talking, because it was so like down, up. It was like controlling the way you move, the way you don't move, and when you spoke it, it's like you shivered and it shook up and out. So it's like it loosened its grip up off of you. So then you can think more clearly, you can make decisions, you can move in, you can speed up, you can, right? And that's what happened in this call. That was January 2014. January 2014. And it was because of that one-time experience that I then reached out to more women and had my calendar booked up, because women recognize the value. Just me inviting them and explaining it, they were like, yes, yes. And my calendar was booked from January to March. And then from there, my radio show was born. Oh my God. There's so much opportunity here. So I'm going to do it like this. It's going to be myself and no more than 3 other women entrepreneurs. So you're a melanin transformational leader. Okay. Excuse me. Watch your sound, please. No more than 3 other melanin transformational leaders who you're coming into this because you're looking to grow. You're looking for your next level of visibility on camera. You're looking for your next phase of power. You're looking for your next phase of leadership. And you really want to be a woman first, like a human, a woman, and then the business part, right? I think it's so easy to like focus on the strategy and how do I get my next 5 figures and my next, right? And you think that it's just about doing some linear, practical thing to get to the goal. And oftentimes most of the time, it's something going on in here with how you even feel about leadership, with how you even feel about presenting yourself like truly as a leader, really shifting your mind to even see yourself as a leader. Even being willing to go from, let's say your package is currently 1,000 and saying, okay, my packages are now 5,000 or 3,000 or 8,000, right? And like really talking through that, like, what's the hang up? Like, why not 3,000 or why not 10,000 if that's the goal? Like, why do you think you got to wait until you do this first? Like, why do you think you need these things? Or why do you think you got to feel like this? Or like, how do you really feel? Like, and having womanly conversations, okay? Of course, yes, we'll talk about business, but the business is a reflection of what's going on with the woman. The business, the growth of the business, the sustainability of the business, the success of the business is dependent on the woman and her relationship with herself and her relationship with spirit and how she sees herself, deeply sees herself. Not what she pretends and presents on social media, but who she sees herself as 1 o'clock in the morning, how she sees herself when she takes off her makeup and she plops down on the couch and she really gets into her thoughts, into her body. Like dealing with that woman and coming into wholeness and high regard of that woman, and then putting makeup and hair and whatever on that woman and bringing that woman onto camera, bringing that woman into leadership, bringing that woman into your sales calls, bringing that woman on when you sit at your desk and pull out pen and paper about, okay, this is how I'm going to strategize. This is how I'm going to do things, that woman is writing down on the paper. That woman is the woman who writes your next Instagram post. That is the woman who decides, oh, okay, I really get the value of my time, the value of my mental energy, and where I aim that. It's valuable for me to be able to focus and how much I could create and move forward with me focusing. And when I hire somebody to handle these 25 other things, oh gosh, I can breathe differently now. So now I can write with clarity. Now I can take care of my children better. Now I can organize all these other things that I've been saying I'm going to get to it next week, and then next week I don't, and then next week, and then next week, and then next week, and then before you know it, it's a pile of stuff and you feel overwhelmed and oh my God, I don't deserve it now. But like, you see that, how that everything affects everything. So these, I haven't even named them yet. What am I going to name them? I was just thinking it's an opportunity for you to process. How about that? Process. And so the investment is $250. I'm pricing it as an easy yes. Okay. So it's 90 minutes. I'm looking at doing it at either Monday or Wednesday of next week. And we'll see how this first one goes. If it's awesome and it's like, yes, I'll do more, right? So we're going to start off with 1. There's going to be myself and up to 3 other women, right? So there could be 2 more, there could be 3 more, but there's going to be no more than myself and 3 other women at a time. And then once that fills up and I feel like, yeah, let's do this again, then we'll do it again. There's no obligation beyond that. There's no like you sign up for this and then it, you know, there's some commitments. No, one-time thing. If it's awesome and you're like, whoa, yes, then we can talk about maybe doing it again. And if you find out, well, this is enough, this one time for me, good, you go on and you go. Okay? So this is called a processing opportunity, 90 minutes to go anywhere and everywhere that's relevant to you, your womanhood, your business, and your life. The only prerequisite is that you are serious about growing your business, that you are in growth mode. That's the only requirement of it. Not that you just want to come and lament and just kind of like shoot the shit, you know, and there's nothing wrong with shooting the shit, right? There's a time and place for that. That's just not what processing here is for. This processing here is to loosen up areas where you feel just heavy or stuck or unsure, or you've been running certain things through your mind for the last 6 months and you're ready to get the lubricant that comes with speaking things out of your mouth to the right people. To the right people. You ever try to talk about something high or significant or transformative or advancing with somebody who doesn't have the capacity to do so? And you feel like you just wasted your breath. You almost feel tired talking to them because of the energy of trying to project something so important or significant verbally to somebody who doesn't have the capacity to receive it and then reflect back to you with something that's helpful and really advising you to a next level. I've been there. And a lot of women I know have been there. So this is your opportunity to speak into a space that has rich, deep capacity to really receive it and then reflect it back to you and give you back solutions, ideas to consider, and really shake up the thickness, shake up the density, shake up confusion, shake up overwhelm, shake up delay, shake up procrastination, lubricate it all up so that then you can move, you can think, you can take action, you can make decisions, you can straighten up your spine, you can see more clearly, and you can move forward and grow. Because baby, when I say we sculpting this body, like for me to even make the decision to do that, I had this conversation with my stylist, this adult, mature conversation. And I've done this so many times over the years in socials, like with like folks who are not in business, folks who are in business, and just being able to speak about a thing, you know? Yeah, if you're about growth and you're sick and tired of being stuck or working alone, like that slave, I'll figure it out, like I'll figure it out over here by myself. Yeah, man. Whew, I've been there. So that's the word for today. I'm very mindful of not going like hardcore practical with you guys because I've been doing this a long time and the practical is all over the place. Leverage and convert is happening. It doesn't even matter if you get all the how-to, if you feel like shit. If you secretly feel like you ain't it. Like one of my clients right now told me she was looking for somebody to save her. Like if your unconscious is looking for somebody to save you, if you secretly, right? It doesn't matter if you have I could give you a fucking $1 million how-to plan right now and you will do nothing with it if you don't believe and feel and know that you are the itness. So that's why let me speak into you, like to you, not on camera to like the everybody's, but to you inside of this, I'm calling them pods, inside these pods, right? Where there's myself and up to 3 other women entrepreneurs, okay? So DM me if you'd like to take advantage of it. DM me here where you're seeing this video on Facebook. If you're seeing this on YouTube, the email will be in the comments. You can send an email. But again, I'm looking to do this next Monday or Wednesday. The time, that's a good question. So I have a 1 o'clock. I can do 2:30 Pacific. I can do 2:30 Pacific on Monday. And if we do it on Wednesday, it's going to be 1:30 Pacific. Okay? So that's for processing. DM or email, and I look forward, oh my God, I look forward to this, right? The women who are drawn to something like this are women you definitely want to be in company with. So this is here available to you. Go back and watch the replay if you just got here. And I look forward to processing with those of you who are ready to process with me and open up and elevate yourself to whatever is your next level. And you do not have to get yourself ready or impress me or, right? Look, I'm flawed too, okay? Yes, I'm powerful and amazing. Like, all that is true. I'm powerful and amazing and clear and, you know, all that. And I'm flawed. And I'm human. And I bleed. You know? And I'm like, my body will die. Right? Like, let yourself lean into it. Let yourself have it. Do not create these stories that I see women creating about not and why I can't and who I am and who she is and comparing it. Please stop. Remember what I said yesterday? And if you didn't see it, go watch it. Yesterday I talked about hot black bodies on a black-owned yacht in the south of France, summer 2021. Like, if you're going to be there with us, prime yourself now. Prime yourself. We got time. Use this time. Prime yourself. I'm going to be at the pool today at 7 o'clock. Priming for when I have my trainer. Priming. Come into this process to prime. Prime. Get yourself ready. Prime. Get yourself ready. You deserve it. Let's go. I love you.